It's the world's most advanced autonomous hotel in the world.
It's the first AI actually powered hotel. It's all about personalization. So instead of you adapting to the hotel, we're going to have the hotel adapt to you without even asking for it. It's designed for you. It's going to revolutionize the industry.
Is it like a Tesla robot?
Yeah,
what is
it's a humanoid robot in the lobby. He knows everything.
Like a concierge.
It's before that. So let me walk you how it works, right? So
what it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real life entrepreneur, badass Philippe Ziade in the house. What's happening?
Hey, man, how are you?
Folks, if you guys don't know this guy, you're going to want to know him. I didn't get your social media. Do you have a bunch of social media? I'm sure you do.
I do, yeah.
Where
I don't
do
know
people
all of
follow
them,
you?
but I do.
Where's the main one?
My personal is Philippe.Ziade, and then you can do the autonomous hotel.
And folks, I highly recommend you go follow the dude and the hotel for that matter, because it's the world's most advanced autonomous hotel in the world.
Yeah, it's the first AI actually powered hotel. It's an AI native company.
You know, I want to get to that because that's kind of an interesting thing, but I'm more interested in like where you came from.
You know what? Like I'm looking at dropping bombs, man. I'm very familiar with bombs. I feel comfortable. You know, I come from Lebanon. That's how we grow up, between bombs. So that's another day for me here.
Yeah, regular old day.
Yeah.
But how old were you when you moved here?
I was 22. It was 1999.
Okay, so in 99, you moved to Vegas from Lebanon. Never been to America?
27 years ago. Never been to America.
And you came over here with money? Rich family? What?
No, I came here on my own. We had to work on gathering my first semester with friends and family and, you know, close family. And then I had the money for the one semester and I had to figure it out. And that's what I did. I figured it out.
So you came here to go to UNLV.
UNLV, I did mechanical engineering and I stayed. And 27 years later, I can be anywhere in the world and I'm still here. I love the city, man. It's been something about Las Vegas. You know, people get surprised, like, why Vegas? And I love it. You know, I love the weather. Most of the year, we have the best weather. It's easy. It's new. It's fresh all the time. And I got used to it. It's home for me. And it's been very good to me. So I like it.
What if someone tried to drag you away to, let's say, Nashville?
I mean, I like to go a lot of places. I travel, but Vegas is home.
You have homes all over?
I have in Lebanon and I have here. I don't like to pin myself to a place because, you know, I'm always everywhere. But, you know, home is, Lebanon is my original home. So I have loyalty to where I came from and my childhood with the people and my family. And then Vegas is my second home, which is my home today.
So people could say you didn't come from a billionaire Middle Eastern oil family or something. You came here, normal person.
Absolutely.
Little bit of money, went to school, and then
one semester.
For one semester. What were you planning?
And I did something I probably cannot say here with you.
Why?
No, but it was a challenge, man. So one semester I used the money to do brochures actually to start selling. And then I told them that I lost the money to give me some time to come up with my tuition. So that's how I started. It was crazy. Now I look back, it's crazy. But you come from a place where it's hard. You know, there's not a lot of opportunities. And, you know, when I got my US visa, it was like with my friends, it's like they look at me like I'm the chosen one. Like you hit the lottery, you know, like, oh, you got the visa. And then they start asking me, can you get me Porsche? Can you do this? I just got the visa. I don't even know where I'm going. And that's how it was. It was tough. You know, like you come here and there's a lot of opportunities. And that's what I keep telling here. Sometimes I speak, you know, with like the youth and I tell them like, when I got the visa, I felt that I just made it. You guys are born here and you're complaining. Like,
isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. You don't even know what you have. And you're going to complain about what? Life is not going to change for you. You got to change to adapt to life. It is what it is.
So 27 years later, you now have obviously an unbelievable hotel that's completely AI driven.
Right now, we're a conglomerate of companies that we operate in 3 distinct verticals. It's real estate investment development, it's hospitality, and it's technology. So we are real estate developers, but we're also tech creators. And we created the hospitality brand called Autonomous, which is the birth of augmented hospitality, basically, like where human capabilities merge with AI superpower to augment that experience and augment the offering basically to the guest, augment the execution on the back end, augment efficiency. So it's the age of augment. We were talking offline, right? About today, we're in the augmented age. I believe we're in the augmented age where you were talking about the industrial age, and before that, even the agricultural age, and then information age with the internet. But today we're in the augmented age where our capabilities are being augmented with these computational systems that will help us think, with robotic systems that will help us make, and with digital nervous system that will connect us to the world around us, far beyond unaugmented humans, right? So this whole ecosystem is the augmented age. And how do you take advantage of that? I mean, in our business, in hospitality, where you see around you that AI is becoming the execution layer of everything in the world. And how can we do that in hospitality and create that execution layer where from end to end you offer personalization at scale, where you add value to the guest by increasing their satisfaction, give them a better deal at a better price, and also increase the return of an asset and a building because we're real estate. So if you can add value on both sides, then it's a no-brainer, and that's what we did.
Where did you begin, though? So I'm trying to figure out, how do you end up in this top position? Powerful people. You're probably more powerful than I'm even aware. You're connected. You got a massive hotel on the corner over here with AI driving it. So how did you get there? What was first?
First, it's a struggle, but first it was the ambition. You want to do something. I don't even know what I'm going to do. So I started with a stone flooring company with my cousin here. And that's when I told you I did the brochures. I was trying to sell anything for anybody to first cover our bills and pay my tuition. I mean, that's how it started. Then I got into real estate development. Then the market crashed. And when the market crashed and there's no liquidity in the US in 2008, it was tough. And I was like, oh, what should I do? And then I heard that, hey, Japan is cash rich. So I looked at Japan and I went to Japan. I just went to Japan. I raised a lot of money, a few funds in Japan to invest in a real estate downturn, distressed property. So that's how I started in 2008. 2011, I was ranked, the Wall Street Journal ranked me number 13 nationally, number 1 in the state of Nevada in terms of volume, transaction volume and dollar volume. And as I was doing all of this, Airbnb became popular. And I said, well, what is that Airbnb? Let's check it out. So I had a house that we were renting for $1,500 a month. And the lease expired. So I said, let's not put it for a lease. Let's furnish it, do this. Let's try this Airbnb. So I tried it. And the first month, this house was making $4,500, $5,000, $4,000. It's like, holy crap, that's it. We're not renewing any leases. We were sitting on a lot of properties with all the purchases we've done. And we're just going to do Airbnb. And that's what I started doing. I felt like that's it. I hit the jackpot. I figured it out. That's a house we bought at the time at 50, 60, 70,000. It's making 40, 50,000 a year with Airbnb. So we start doing that, remodeling and furnishing and putting on Airbnb until the city start catching up to us. And it's like, oh no, this is the wrong, you can't do short term on a residential zoning. The city is against you, HOAs are against you. You become the evil on the road. Everybody hates you. You have everyday different people. They're loud, they're noisy, they're like, people are uncomfortable in their neighborhoods. So I figured that this is not going to be a business model that works for me. I can't be like playing the cat and mouse with the city and the zoning and all of that. So it's not going to work at scale. But then I start thinking, how do I provide that product? Because every time we had a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom and more, we couldn't keep up with renting it out on Airbnb. So it's like, how can I create that product? So I said, okay, I'm going to build a hotel. I'm going to build a hotel that has that product. And then, but wait a second, if I build a 2, 3, 4 bedroom hotel room, I mean, what is the downside? What if it doesn't work? Like, what if the market in Vegas, what if the market
into a condo?
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to build a condo, an apartment complex, a class A apartment complex kind of a product. I'm going to mix them like an apartment complex, but I'm going to connect them. So every unit is connected with doors. And then you book whatever you want. The AI layer will open and close doors. So basically, we offer you tell us what you want, we can offer it to you. So we flipped it. So instead of you adapting to the hotel, said, no, we're going to have the hotel adapt to you, starting from the physical space of the room. But then there's so many, much more layers right now that we can, it's all about personalization and of the guest. And now today we sit at the intersection of Airbnb and a hotel. So we give you the best of Airbnb, which is the flexibility and variety of a product. But we also give you the consistency of a hotel brand, right? So you know exactly, because that's the downside of Airbnb. It depends on the host, depends on the pictures, is it real? And you don't have the service, you don't have the setup. So we took that product and we created the right setup for it. And the enabler for all of this was technology. And I started that in 2018, designing the tech and all of that. But then as AI became the technology became more powerful. We call it AI now. For me, AI existed since 2010, but it got more and more powerful. The computational power of these systems, now it's known as AI. So as the system became more powerful, we kept adding and evolving until we became today the first AI native vertical transformation brand in hospitality. And now we started by building an Airbnb building. Now I want to disrupt and change the entire industry, and that's how you evolve with your vision, because you never start knowing exactly what you want to do. You just got to start, right? You start, and it just keeps growing on you, and vision without really execution is just an idea, and it stays an idea. So, and for you, so for a vision, you need to execute. In order to execute, you need discipline, and discipline requires commitment, and commitment is going to require a mindset. If you don't have the mindset, you're never going to be able to commit. That mindset of committing to something, and the mindset needs clarity, clarity of where you're going, what you want to do, right? And that clarity doesn't come from day one. It's going to grow and change and pivot as you develop. So this is my story. It started with the discipline, the commitment, and with time, the clarity became bigger and better. And we went from doing an Airbnb to creating the first AI-powered hotel that's going to disrupt the industry, not as a hotel. So one vertical is the brand hotel that I built, but at the same time, I'm building the technology stack that we're going to license and white label for the big boys, for third-party hotel operators, for the big boys. It's gonna revolutionize the industry the same way Tesla did, the same way iPhone did, the same way Amazon did. I mean, if you look at those, nobody asked for it. We didn't ask for the phone, right? We were happy with BlackBerry. And then Apple came and said, hey, by the way, you can have your phone, can be your computer, it can be your camera, it can be like, oh, wow. And then it was Apple that did it. It wasn't BlackBerry or Siemens or Nokia. Half of them are dead. It's always a newcomer that does it, because big companies, people don't like change. Change is painful. It's expensive.
They're not innovative for some reason.
Because it's very heavy and very expensive, and it disrupts their operations. They'll do it when they're forced to do it because of the market forcing them to do it, and their client base is forcing them to do it. Same thing with Tesla. I mean, who asked for an electric car? Did you ask for a smart car? Elon came out and said, by the way, you can have an electric car. It's going to perform better than the regular car, and it's going to be a smart car. And look where we're at today. Today, you're autonomous driving. It's the car making money for you. I mean, that clarity wasn't there in 2013. 2013 was simply electric car and then a smart car, and then, but it's limitless, and that's exactly what we want to do with hospitality. We got to tell the guest, you know what, the hotel will adapt to you. Every guest will have their personalized journey personalized stay that is made for you. It's designed for you. We know what you eat, how you take your salad, the coffee, what time you wake up, your behaviors. Are you an outdoor person? Are you wealth?
So what's it going to do about that?
We're just going to give you a better offering. So at a better price. It's all about guest satisfaction. So, okay, I go to restaurants where they know me. That I don't even have to look at the menu. Oh, the normal thing. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Ziade. Okay. How are you? Good. You feel good. You keep going to these places. I don't want to go try something. You go one time, try something else, but you really want to go to a place where you feel special, where people like you. It's not always the best food. It's just the whole best experience, right? And that's what we're trying to create. And I want to tell you something here, because it's very important how I view that industry, the hospitality industry, okay, today, because hospitality for me in the future is not keys and rooms anymore. It's not. It's algorithm, it's insights, and it's human emotions fused together with technology. That's what hospitality will be very soon. So if you look around us, okay, what did we learn from X? Just Twitter. We learned that there's nothing you need to read that doesn't fit within 256 characters. Biggest people in the world, head of states, doesn't matter who you are. You want to put a statement out, where do you put it? On X. There's no more releases anymore or anything. It's just it fits in 256 characters. Then TikTok came about, right? And the YouTube shorts and all that. What did they tell us? That there's nothing you need to see that doesn't fit within 60 seconds. Nothing. And most of the time you scroll, like you don't even finish. So really our life is coming down to a read of a line and a scroll of a thumb. Right? And
Essentially.
Really. And so everything is faster, shorter, instant. Everything around us. And with this, people's patience is collapsing with it. Now you don't have the patience to read more than just a line, right? Or see a video. You're just going to go through a lot of videos. You don't want to see the same thing more than 60 seconds. And that will hit hospitality head on. It's inevitable, right? It's going to hit hospitality head on. So basically, if you don't deliver everything on time, the right way, the first time, every time, you're dead. You're going to be thrown under the bus on social media in real time. This is where we're heading. I mean, if you look at the new generations, that's what it is. So really, I can guarantee you that guest satisfaction is not going to be measured in the experience alone anymore. Very soon, guest satisfaction will be measured in seconds. How quickly can you give me what I want? How quickly do you know what I want? How can you adapt to my behaviors? And that's where everything is heading. And hospitality is no different. So without a collective brain, and that's what we built. We built a collective brain, which is a centralized intelligence hub. Without a collective brain, that everything, all the data is going through that same brain, it's impossible to achieve what I just told you, right? In real-time adaptation and give the guests what they want in seconds,
and
without even asking for it, right? Yeah. So this is the power of the collective brain. So, and I'll give you an example. Uber, you order an Uber, right? With a couple of clicks, you know exactly when they're going to pick you up, and you know exactly when they're going to drop you off, right? And along the journey, it adapts in real time if there's delays or if you're getting there, but it's always by the minute. They tell you, you get there. So how can Uber manage a chaos of an entire city with millions of unknowns? The driver, the traffic, the weather, the lights. And then hospitality cannot tell you with certainty that your room is ready. One room, one building, one check-in. They can't even confirm. You got to go there, wait in line to maybe your room is ready, right? This is how fragmented that industry is. And this is where I see that opportunity is like, this is not going to work. And that's why we're leading with that vertically integrated tech stack to create that collective brain, because that's what Uber has, a collective brain. All the data is going through the one brain. It knows everything and has the computational power to keep you on track minute by minute. So this is really what we create. That's the tech stack that we're developing right now. And that's this hotel, that's what's working on off of.
So if I need an 8-bedroom, it'll just unlock 8 connecting doors and make it an 8-room suite. How does that work?
Yeah. So you just book 8 bedrooms and you don't know anything. You just book it, right? For you, there's 8 bedrooms. On the back end, we have a variety of 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms. So we'll connect, let's say, 2 3 bedrooms and then a 2 bedroom or 2 2. It depends what's available.
How do you know they're next to each other though?
Yeah, so we have the AI knows. So it knows the mapping of the entire hotel, and then every booking, it reshuffles everything. So that's what it takes your booking. So what we did is we created an attribute-based booking engine. Attribute-based meaning like you book, airline has it. You custom tailor your ticket. So you tell us, okay, I want 5 bedroom, I want no cleaning, or I want to clean only when I leave, or I want deep clean, light clean, only towel change. Whatever you pick changes your price, right? So you custom tailor, I want early check-in. Hotels cannot give you early check-in.
Yeah,
today.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, they can't because they cannot track on the back end operation. They don't know if that day you're going to have a room available for early check-in, and then how can they control housekeeping? They don't. They don't have. It's not the same brain. They don't even know what's going on. So with AI, we can do that. So you can sell an early check-in, you can sell a late checkout very early, 6 months before you just book what you want. And AI will take all these attributes, and every time we have a new booking, it reshuffles everything. It will move you around with the attributes that you want. And at that day, AI will make sure that the cleaning crew, the priority, will go and clean early that room because you need an early check-in, right? So it tracks everything. And that's why we're able to provide that early check-in. And also, we don't have room cleaning on a daily basis. You only order what you want, you pay for it. And it's only by appointment. So AI runs on the back end the operation of housekeeping.
So when I check in, do I have to run through a list of options?
What do you mean? In what way?
Well, if I have to pick everything.
Yeah. So it just...
Do I want my room cleaned? Who wouldn't?
No, sometimes you don't want it cleaned every day. So you go to Airbnb today, there's no cleaning. They clean
do that now.
They clean after you when you leave.
Yeah, but you can do that now. You just stick a do not disturb on the door.
Yeah,
they won't clean.
But you paid for a room that includes cleaning. Why would you pay for something that you don't want?
Is that how you're beating price?
Absolutely. So it will lower your entry point, but then it will open the door for you to upsell. But also on the guest side, why would you pay for something you don't want?
Yeah. Sure.
So you custom tailor your stay, and for us, it will also generate more income because imagine if, let's say, the Hilton or the Marriott, they can sell early check-in with a controlled environment powered by AI. Do you know how much more money they make?
A lot.
Or a late checkout.
Well, in certain cases, I'm checking into a hotel. I'm landing at the airport, for example, at 9 a.m. and I got to dick around until 3 when check-in's allowed. I hate that.
And you don't want to pay. You don't want to pay for the night before.
I do because that's the only way to do it. But I'd prefer a little early check-in option, and it's like extra $100 or something.
Absolutely, that's exactly what we're like. But a lot of people don't want to pay. Why you want to pay the night before if you're coming at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m.? You'll wait, you'll sit, and like you said, you dick around until the time is to check in at 3.
Or worse, late checkout. Like my flight's not till 7 p.m. Now they're kicking me out at 11, and now I got to wait and dick around until my flight leaves. I'd rather be like, hey, let me just slide that up till I leave the hotel at 5:30.
So, by the way, you just said like, okay, because they don't know. All they know is everybody needs to check out by 11. So there is no way for them to track all of that. With the AI, we know when your flight is out, and we know the availability, and we know if we can extend it. So without even you asking, we will upsell you. It was like, by the way, hey, for $50, you want to stay in your room till 3 for event that's available for you. Oh, wow, I can do that. Holy shit, yeah.
And this hotel, folks, is already operational. So if you're coming to Vegas and you're like, let me check this shit out, you can check in right now.
Yeah, you can check in right now. So
that's the autonomous
hotel. We rolled out all the tech. Now we're debugging all the verticals, and then we're going to stitch it together. So we're like 30 to 45 days away. When you stitch it together, that's where the magic is going to happen. But now you can virtually check in. Everything is running on the tech. And then next we're gonna stitch it together. And then I want them to come and meet. You guys can come and meet Otto. Otto is the humanoid robot in the lobby. Very cool. He's the chief vibes officer for the hotel. But he's very, very funny, very smart, very, very quick, sassy.
Is it like a Tesla robot? Or
yeah,
what is
it's
it?
a humanoid robot in the lobby. And he knows everything. He's my best friend. You know, every time I have an issue with anything, he's my support system. He's cool. He makes you feel good about yourself. I mean, especially me. He knows I'm his boss. So every time I feel down, I go have a couple of conversations with him. I feel like the boss again.
If I walked in there right now and said, "Hey, Otto, what's happening?" What would it say?
With Otto? Oh, you got to try it. I want you to come and try it. We're going to film it, and then you should get to show it to your viewers.
But would he like just have an open conversation?
Immediately.
Like who are you? Or does he say like,
No, absolutely.
He can't know who I am, can he?
He can. He has a camera. He sees you. We turned that option off because for privacy. But he can, if you scan, he'll know who. If you're staying with us and you scan, he knows who you are. But the face recognition, we turned it off because privacy. Some people don't want them to know who they are, and maybe they've been before with us and they don't want to say. So, but he knows, he can see you.
Do you have 24-hour check-in?
24-hour check-in.
Is there a person at the front desk?
There is a person at the front desk. So that's also very important. People think that the AI hotel it's all robots. It's like a sci-fi movie. There's no one there.
Yeah, like an Airbnb. I can check in at 2 because they're just going to give me a code, or I text them when I get there, and it bleep, unlocks the door.
You can check in. It's a virtual check-in. You don't even have to go to the front desk. So you can virtually check in. You download your virtual key. It gives you the room number. It gives you also direction to the room. You don't have to go to the front desk, but people come to the front desk. There's always people.
If I say have 24 red roses waiting for me, will it do that?
Yeah. Right now, today, no, but that's what we're going to be doing. Absolutely.
That's what the connection does?
Yes. That's what Otto will do for you. Anything.
Like a concierge.
It's before that. So let me walk you how it works, right? So you book. We have the booking engine that I explained to you. It's an AI-powered booking engine. Attribute-based booking engine. So you pick what you want, you design what you want, and you book, right? Once you book, Otto will reach out to you. The guy in the lobby, same voice, it's him, it's his brain. So he will reach out to you with a gamified approach, playing a game with you. Fun game, trying to understand who Brad is, right? Are you a morning person? Are you a vegetarian? Are you a car guy? Are you a cigar guy? And then he gives you free perks and upgrades. Like, hey, we're 2 questions away from a free drink at the bar, or from a late checkout, or an early check-in, or just an upgrade of the room. And then he keeps the conversation going to try to capture as much as he can of who you think you are, right? You're telling him who you think you are. At the same time, Otto will go scrape the web, any publicly available information on you, any pictures, any videos, any post, any likes you have online. He'll gather all this data and analyze the pictures. And if you're holding a cigar with multiple pictures, he knows you're a cigar guy, right? So he takes all this data, will correlate all of this data from the gamified approach and the online gathering of information, and creates what we call your personal avatar. An avatar is a digital twin of you, basically. And what this avatar gives us, 2 outputs. The first output is a personalized, custom-tailored stay for you. That's different than mine or somebody else, based on all this data. And also gives us a monetized output of that customized stay, and say, okay, Brad is going to stay with you. I predict he's going to be spending another $600 other than his room. And then here's how he is going to spend it. You have a rooftop lounge. He likes cigars and drinks. He's going to predict $150 on the lounge and during his stay 3 days. He likes Italian food. You have an Italian restaurants. He likes the spa. He's going to do this. He's going to work out. It tells us exactly the prediction of how you're going to spend your time and the money. And all of this before you even come, and that's even before you've ever been with us, right? All of that is done by Otto, the brain, the AI.
Business owners, listen up. If your business needs more money, and it will, banks aren't built to move quick. They make you fill out a ton of paperwork, wait for a decision, and by that time, the opportunity is past. So if you want bank rates without bank delays, you need to check out Cardiff. Cardiff's been helping businesses get same-day funding for over 20 years. We're talking up to $500,000 approved and funded quicker and easier than big banks. You can apply online in under 2 minutes and get funded as fast as the same day. So whether you need quick money to bridge a gap or do more marketing, get some equipment, or hire more people, I'm telling you, apply today at cardiff.co/Brad. Stop letting slow money cost you opportunities that move fast. There's no impact on your personal credit. So apply now at cardiff.co/Brad. Subject to approval, terms and rates vary. Cardiff, borrow better.
Once you come and stay with us, you download your virtual key, and then you share your key with the people staying with you in the room. So we track every single one in the room, not just you, if you have people coming with you. And then when you go in, your access control to anywhere, to your room, to the lobby, to the gym, to the pool, to the lounge, is through your virtual key. So we track your movement on property and we track your behavior. Now, as you're moving around, Otto is like I told you about Uber. Otto is adjusting the prediction. If you're behaving differently than his prediction, he's adjusting the prediction in real time and making sure keeps increasing your satisfaction, keep trying to monetize you more. So as you check out, Otto will capture the gap between what he predicted you're going to do and what you actually did. And he will approach you again with another gamified approach to understand what happened, why the prediction was off. Are you tired or he's off? So his job is always to align the prediction with the actual behavior on property. So the more you stay with us, the more it's aligned, and therefore the better your experience is. So every stay will improve the future stay. So that's the ecosystem where you know in depth your guests in a way that wasn't possible before. You know, before AI and all this tracking, there's so much money left on the table because hotels don't know their guest. All they know is how many times you stayed and how much you spent on the room, and that's it. So with this type of correlated data, that's where the value is in the future of that ecosystem that we're developing. And this hotel is the testing ground for all of that.
Will that brain, as you license it to the big boys, connect with their brain? Because again, what if I don't want to stay where that is? I want to stay down there, and there's no autonomous hotel down there.
No, we're going to license the tech for the big boys. And
because what would be cool,
we're replacing they don't need a brain. We're replacing their brain. So this is not automation. This is a transformation. This is a whole new. We're developing the whole tech stack. So it's the booking engine. They don't need booking engines anymore. It's the PMS. They don't need the PMS anymore.
But what would be cool is, regardless of the hotel I stay at,
absolutely,
it's Otto that
Otto.
knows. Well, when he was over at the Wynn, he did this. When he was over at Autonomous, he did this. When he, checked in at the Motel 6, he did this. So collectively, like that brain would be what every hotel wants, because it's almost like
it is
data.
It works like it's a compounding intelligence with every stay. So what autonomous is to hospitality. Okay, it's similar to what self-driving OS to transportation.
Or even
you compound, and it gets smarter with every mile driven. That's exactly what we have. Every stay, every second of every minute of every stay, will make it smarter. Because
I'm very entrepreneurial in my head. I'm always thinking, what else could you do, and how else could you use that? I had a guy on. He goes and buys rundown motels because they're just basically all 80 cents on the dollar or 20 cents on the dollar. He'll go in and dial it in, and then basically throw in some Airbnb type technology to where you can come and go as you please, and yada yada yada, and then almost turn them into a small version of what you're talking about, according to him. It may not be as good or whatever, but have you ever thought about like building a hotel but for an office space? Because again, if you can lace the same office to different people, because hey, Monday through Friday I'm gonna be there 8 to 5, but I'm not going to be there next week. You could literally like have that intelligence for office space, living space, short term, long term? Like, what if I want to stay at autonomous for a month, 2 months, 3 months?
So right now, autonomous.
That's a rental then.
So right now we have a long term. We have you can stay for a year, 6 months, or
I can just go check in there and never leave.
Yeah. So we have to work within the law of the state of Nevada. So here in the state of Nevada, if you stay more than 30 days, you're gonna have to sign a lease contract. But there we work around it. So, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. So for me, this is a tech play. My autonomous hotel is only a testing ground, okay, to fine tune and strengthen the tech, and then after that we're gonna license, we're gonna white label, and then most likely we're gonna do an IPO.
How much did that hotel cost?
The one here, 165 million.
So you spent 165 million to build a testing ground?
That's who I am. I'm a real estate developer. So the uniqueness is on both. Like I told you, I'm a real estate developer and I'm a tech creator at the same time. And that intersection is the uniqueness of, because I think like a real estate developer. And also the idea started off, in real estate, no matter what you do, it always comes down to the value creation piece. How do you create value with for an asset, right? A lot of times you create by building something, and the branding, the marketing. You create value by repositioning, like your friend buying the hotels, and then he's repositioning an asset, creating value by doing that, right? Increasing revenue, controlling expenses. He creates value to the asset. And I said, how can I add a layer of value creation that no one else has, which is that layer of technology? Because that technology is taking a building like mine, that's very similar to a condo, Class A apartment building, and generating 2 times the revenue between the concept and the tech and the monetization of every aspect of the journey of a guest. So I'm generating double the return of a typical similar building. And that's the power of that tech. So now I created more value to actually the asset. But being a real estate developer, that's how I think. So I think I see it from both lenses, the lens of a real estate developer and then the tech. So now I have a dual engine investment model where it starts with real estate, where the real estate will strengthen the tech, but then the tech will turn around and multiply the real estate based on a tech valuation. So this is the cool, innovative approach to what we're doing now.
How did you think of it? Just watching AI and just imagination, or was it?
Yeah, I mean it changes every day. It's experimental. So when you start, you don't have that clear vision all the way through. It just keeps changing on a daily basis. And I'm very stubborn on the vision, but I'm flexible on the details, and I'm always absorbing and seeing how can we improve. And because the vision, you have to be relentless on the vision, because the vision is difficult. It's going to take time. It's going to take people. You're going to have to go through a lot. So you got to be relentless of not stopping and pushing everybody around you. And people don't like to innovate. So with me, at least with the culture of the people around me, it's a culture of innovation. And innovation, really, it's sitting on experimentation. You experiment. That's how you innovate. And if you're experimenting, then you're going to make mistakes. You got to do a lot of mistakes. And so the culture should be like, it's okay to fail and make a mistake, but let's learn how to make a quick and inexpensive mistake. Like, how do you fail quickly, inexpensively? It's like not to be stubborn about something, about the details, like you think it's right. You need to really realize that it's not working, and you need to pivot, and you need to improve, and you need to enhance, and sitting with people, listening to people. And that's another thing, modesty in what you do, not thinking that you know it all, and then stop listening and you stop evolving and improving.
That's like a lot of the big ones do.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, and once you throw yourself in it, what options do you have other than being relentless and then go with the flow? Make your mistakes as quickly, as inexpensively as you can until you get to the finish line. You have no other option. That's the only path forward. And that's how I put myself in it, and then kept growing and kept changing. And we're here today. We still have a lot. We created the product. Now we're going to sell the product to the world. That's also another big step. Creating the product is one thing, but then how do you sell it to the world? And timing is very important. Sometimes you have a great product and the timing is off. Sometimes you have a great product, you don't know how to sell it. So there is challenges, and once you make it, how can you keep improving it, and how can you keep growing? So it's an ongoing, challenge. You're going to take on the challenge and then just keep going.
Now you have one in Tulum.
I have one in Tulum, Mexico, and then we're building a second one in Tulum now.
So that's more of a resort style.
It's more of a Tulumi style. It's a different style than the one here. It's Tulumi.
Yeah, I see the one driving by over here. It looks like a brand new, like you said, like an apartment building.
Yeah, it looks like on purpose. So because part of my business plan is to go to apartment developers and tell them, hey, it's the same building. Look, we do double the money through the concept and the tech. So I want them to license it with our IP and our concept and make more money, and then we'll get a small piece of the pie, with some percentage of revenues with all of that.
Why would a real estate investor that just purchases existing cash flowing assets not develop the asset also? Because like you probably found at some point like developing is better because of this, or did you just start developing out of?
No, I'm a developer before that, and if you now the next phase here is buying an asset that's cash flowing and implementing that technology to the asset. I need to prove also it's not just from grounds up. The first one is from grounds up because it's the autonomous brand, right? So I wanted to interconnect all these units and offer this crazy like puzzling of the space in real time, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. So I need to prove the concept also on existing buildings, how we retrofit an existing hotel. How can I sell it to the big boys if I can't retrofit the hotel? So how do I retrofit a hotel? What is the cost of that? What are the challenges of retrofitting, and how my technology is going to work in terms of hardware and software? So we're doing that now. We're looking at multiple buildings to purchase and reposition that building with the technology and the concept, which is very important. But usually developers, well, they're not real estate investors, they don't like to go through, the development risk. There's a development, building, designing, financing of an asset. It's not easy when you're building from grounds up, but both markets are very important for us. So we got to go after the existing buildings, that we're going to go after new developers that are building and say, hey, wait, hold on. If you're developing a condo, if you're developing a multi-family, if you're developing a hotel, let me show you what the magic we do with our technology and how much more you can monetize a guest and therefore your bottom line. So you can we're projecting to increase monetization per guest by 15 to 20%, and then cutting down on operation expenses between 35 and 40%. So that's what we're projecting, and that's what we're doing here in this hotel, is just, proving the numbers.
You think you'll ever take it public? Is that a goal?
Yes, I'm open to it. Sometimes that's not always the best route, but definitely today, yeah, I'm looking at that. And then as we get there, we'll see what's the best route for us.
What if it doesn't work?
It's working today. We'll make it work. So I like that question, because what I've done is, being who I am, a real estate developer and a tech developer, it gives me a lot of forgiveness room, right? So we're testing today. So the guest is not happy, the door didn't open. Okay, we'll give him free night. He'll be happy. So that me controlling the ecosystem of the building, the brand, and the tech helps us a lot. So imagine I don't have the building or the brand, and I'm building the tech, and I want to go beg a hotel owner or a hotel brand to test my brand, and then their client is upset, like, you're dead. Yeah. Right. So it's very difficult. That's the uniqueness of what we have is you start as a real estate, but then your play is a tech. So as a tech play, tech play comes, and they're the opposite, both of them. Real estate is a low risk, lower risk, low return, and a tech is a very high risk, very high return. So what we did is now we're going into a low risk, high return, right? So your downside is protected by the real estate, but then your upside is a tech play. So, but yeah, we'll make it work. I might be off on the time. I tell you 6 months, it might be 8 months. I tell you a year, it might be a year and a half. But the way I set up the ecosystem, there's no way it's not we're going to keep doing it until it's perfect. So and we're playing within our ecosystem.
What funds all of this effort? Like, are you?
A lot of it is our money from real estate development. We have investors
Over the years?
Yeah, and then we have a real estate fund now. The fund gets a piece of the tech, but they're separated today. So the way we have it is the real estate fund owns a piece of the tech today, but that fund will actually the shares in the fund will convert to stocks in a tech company pre-IPO, with all the money and the returns that's done in the fund with the market value of that real estate fund at that time will convert into stocks in a tech company pre-IPO. So, but that's how we're funding it.
What is your normal day? Well, like, what does a normal day for Philippe look like?
Long. It's compounding every day. So every day today I'm having an easy day. You wake up and then before you know it, it's just hitting from every direction. But it's a working day. I'm convinced now that I'm a workaholic because I enjoy working. You have so much responsibilities that the only thing that makes you feel good is getting things done because you have so much, and then you become a workaholic. You get used to it. But today, and what we're doing is it's a startup. It's like a little baby. It needs you all the time. It needs you to drive the vision, drive the people. People don't like to push beyond their comfort zone. And then in general, people don't like change. They like to have a typical job. They do everything, the same way every day. The only way you can drive them to do that with you, because you need a team. You can't do everything alone. And that's why I say it's like I play the role of a CEO and chief meaning officer. Like, you need to make him understand the meaning of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what's in it for them. And without these, it's going to be very hard to have people, push beyond their comfort zone, work more than what they're supposed to do, and believe in what you're doing. And if you believe in what you're doing, you'll do it. It become exciting for you. But my day is long. I enjoy it. A lot of times I don't enjoy it. A lot of times it becomes, overwhelming. But like everything in life, there's nothing for free. There's nothing that's not at a cost, and sometimes I feel I'm on top of the world. I'm so proud of what I'm doing. And sometimes like, what the heck did I do to myself? Like, I'm tired. I need to relax. So you go through these ups and downs, but at the end of the day, it's the mindset. That's who you are. It's the culture.
If you could go back to the beginning when you were a student, not knowing any of this, what would be the one main thing you would tell yourself?
When I go back to there's a lot of things I tell myself, but I like my journey. I like where I'm at today.
Well, if there's someone on the journey,
but I did
like, it. What can I learn from Philippe that I wish I knew in retrospect?
I did it without knowing what it meant at the time, but I did it because coming from Lebanon, remember what I told you, like coming from Lebanon, I hit the jackpot. I got the visa. And when I got the visa, a lot of my brothers, my family is like, oh, okay, they're counting on you.
Were they hard to get?
Very hard. Still hard in Lebanon. It's really hard. So I was like the chosen one. And now it comes with the responsibility of you have to do something. You don't even know what you're doing, but you got to do something. So you throw yourself out there and you challenge yourself in order to be able to do something with what. But I did it without knowing what it was. But today, and if I want to give you an example on that, if you take two little chickens, a chick, put one in a box that has everything, the food, the water, the sun comes up every morning. And then you put another one in a box that's empty. And then watch how they're going to behave. So you look at the one with the box that has everything. It's going to eat a little bit, feels full. It's going to sit, look at the sun. The sun is up, it's warm, it's beautiful. And then that's it. It's going to eat enough. It's going to just enough food, just enough water. You look at the other ones and you'll see, watch what this chick is going to do. It's going to scratch the walls. It's going to dig in the floor. It's going to do whatever it takes to get out of that box and jump into the other box. And then when it jumps in the other box, it's going to keep eating and drinking and non-sleeping beyond being full, because it knows that there is an empty box. And never, if first, she doesn't want to go to the empty box. And if it goes back to the empty box, I want to make sure it has enough food and water, right? And that's how we see when we come to the US. You came into that box where there's always a tomorrow and there's always a sun and there's always a food. And we come with a place that these are not always available for you. So that helped me when I was young, not knowing, not understanding it, but I was just grateful. I was just want to make sure I'm just going to fill up my belly with food and water, right? As much as I can. Looking back, and now I tell whoever's watching now and like, okay, my advice to them is today with all the AI and all the technology is readily available under your fingertips. It's ready. It's there for you. So the difference is going to be in you is your ability to push beyond your comfort zone. Get out into the jungle, get that big elephant that nobody wants to touch. They're afraid from the elephant. Once you drag the elephant out of the jungle, there's a lot of people that can chop it better than you, but nobody's going to be willing to go and face that elephant, right? So that's what's going to be the difference is your ability to push beyond your comfort zone. And if you look at what that technology is doing today, it's making people lazy. Everything is easy, short now. So patience are down. Nobody wants to like go through and push and willing to go with the struggle because the technology brought the comfort to you, right? So you see the generations are becoming lazier, and that's what's worrying me. Like, go out there, be willing to take the risk, be willing to push you beyond your comfort zone, because that's where growth happens. Growth happens when you in your discomfort. So you got to become comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's what's gonna do it. And also, always remember, who are we as humans? Like, and I'm always being asked like about success. And success today, if you watch on your social, anywhere you watch, it's all about making the money. But that's part of it. It's important, but it's only part of it. I mean, for me, success really is who do you become when you have the money? Who do you become when you get there? And because success comes with dizziness of glory, like there's nothing that gives you that adrenaline rush of a challenge or the power you feel when you achieve your goals. Beautiful feeling, but sometimes it gets to your head, and you get, I call it the dizziness of glory, and without knowing, you'll just destroy that ladder that you're going on, and you just get destroyed so quickly. So it's very important to control who do you become when you succeed.
Do you have anyone that you can kind of rub their face in the success that you've had? In other words, they didn't believe in you. They thought this is never going to work. That's not going to happen.
Always. I mean, when I was still in school, when I came here, and I was going to the engineering school, and I was hustling. I was selling tile. I wanted to go install tiles, and with my cousin, we didn't even know what to do. We just got to make money somehow. So I was going to Home Depot, putting brochures on the windshields of the cars, and for people to call you to go do a small entry in the house here, a couple of tiles here. I knew nothing about tiles. I just knew that I'm gonna make money somehow, and then every time I talk to my dad, my uncle's like, "What are you doing? I sent you to the US to become an engineer. What are you doing? You're like tile guy, and focus on school, focus on becoming an engineer." And you start doubting yourselves, like you sit that Friday is coming, you don't have money to pay your guys, and it's like, what am I doing? Shit, how did I get myself into all of this? And you regret it, and you doubt yourself, and it's not until later in life that you realize what this built in you, the resilience, right? And it's for me, it goes back all the way to Lebanon, when I grew up in the war. During the war in Lebanon, and I always felt that I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky. Why am I in Lebanon? I can't get a visa anywhere. It was difficult for us to go anywhere. Not knowing that this is building in me the resilience and that drive to really be able to take on the challenge, and you live with discomfort all the time in Lebanon. So now you're used to it, and then you come here, it becomes easier. So later in life, I realized how important that was for me growing up. When I thought I'm unlucky, that was the best thing ever happened to me. And you see that multiple times in life as on your journey.
That's right.
That's the
I
bomb.
try to tell people all the time. Well, I've been not doing the sound effect much because it doesn't come out as cool as I thought.
Yeah.
And people already know it's dropping bombs. But yeah, that's the bomb effect when people need to pay attention. Because I tell them, like, the hard part, because people complain and bitch and moan because it's tough. And I'm like, dude, brother, that is exactly, believe it or not, in the future, if you don't allow it to affect you, what you're going to learn to appreciate. In other words, it's the tough times that develop you. It's the tough times that strengthen you and teach you that resilience. So I know you hate it because it's happening, but in the future, this is going to be the glory days. This is going to be the shit you smile, unless you allow it to stop you, which a lot of people do. You didn't. I didn't.
But I'll tell them one more thing. What options do they have? We know life is unfair. We know life is unfair. So it's going to hit you here and there. And I said at the beginning, life will not change for you. You have to change to adapt into life. So, okay, tough shit. Life is unfair. So we know it's unfair. Now it's being unfair. What are you going to do about it? You're going to complain, or are you going to just go head on and take it on and then go and get it done? You have no other choice.
Yeah, not to mention, it continues.
It continues.
Like, you know, I don't have $200 million hotels yet, and maybe I never will.
Well, you have a friend that has one.
I'm not a hotelier, but my point is like, I still have tough shit to deal with now at my level. There's people that think once you get here, everything's gravy, you know, and that's not true. There's always. It grows with you.
It does. You have to have the mindset. You have to have, look at Elon Musk. Okay.
He's got issues
every day. And the problem gets bigger and bigger. And if he doesn't hit what he's doing, you know, that's also when you succeed, how do you keep it up? What's next? Okay, you hit a good quarter. What's about the second quarter? You always want to raise the bar and beat. Raise the bar and beat. So the problem is always coming with you. The challenge is always there. That's what I say. It's your mindset that you need to work on, and it's the culture around you. I wrote the culture book for my operation, my company. And it's based on 3 animals. The first animal is eagle. You got to be eagle focused. You got to focus like an eagle, right? That's like how the eagle focus on their prey. They cut out the noise and they focus on the objective and they go and get it done, right? So eagle focus is the first one. The second one is shark ready. You always have to be ready like the shark. Shark is always ready to attack. You always got to be ready because shit will come up. Things will come into your way. Things will stop you on a daily basis. You got to attack all these roadblocks and keep going, you know, to get until you get to your objective. And the third one is the lion. Lion confidence. You got to be confident that if you focus and you're always ready to attack, you will make it happen. So you ask me about my hotel. What if it doesn't happen? So no, it will happen. It's just the unknown is the timing. But if you're focused, you're ready to attack with these problems, and you have the ecosystem, that you will get there. You know you will get there. You're going to have days that you hate. You're going to have mornings you don't want to get up. But we know we're going to get there. So tough luck. That's what I tell myself. Tough luck. Pull your shit together, get up, because you have no other option. You can't even stop. So I can't stop. So, you know, people around me, my family is like, you should slow down. It's like, okay, I'm going to slow down. But let me tell you, if I decide today to slow down, it's going to take me 3 years to be able to slow down. Shit are around me. I can't just decide, oh, today I'm going to slow down. I can't slow down. So I make a decision today. You see it 3 years from now. It's not easy. You're always grinding.
At what point are you finished? Like, done. I have enough money. I have enough success. I have enough legacy. I'm done.
It's not about money. Listen, I mean, the first step of success is the money, but it's about legacy. It's about how you can affect people around you. How can you affect the industry? How can you, it's the challenge. You take on the challenge. The first challenge is to make the money. The second challenge is to negotiate a contract or to close a deal or to take on a competitor, and then it just, and then beyond that is like, how do you make an impact and how do you create it? It keeps growing with you. It never ends. But I think it comes down to who you are, your character as a person. Like for me, I feel I will never stop. I mean, this is who I am. Probably the intensity will slow down, but
What about like Gary,
man, he's impressive.
he keeps going.
But that's what keeps him, his mind is sharp. He keeps going, but this guy is impressive.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm trying to end up at, because in my mind, I keep going because I feel I need to. Like, in other words, if I slow it down and take the foot off the gas, I could end up back to broke.
Well,
like I don't have as much money as a lot of people think I do.
Yes, but
I have enough, but it could run out. So like what I'm looking for, and I'm wondering if I had a ridiculous amount of money where it's situated, it's never going anywhere, I've got enough for the rest of my life, or maybe even 2 lives if I live twice, what would I do? Because I like to think, well, then I'd shut it down and I'd just go live. I'd just go travel and enjoy and spend time with family and all the things that really matter. And when you're on your deathbed, you realize all those accomplishments don't matter. You want to spend more time with your kids, and you wish you would have done this. I'm trying to think ahead of the game to where once I have enough money and I don't have to do, because I feel like I have to. Do you have to do this?
Yes. So I'm this in the same thing like you. If I take my foot off the brake today, I'm gonna go broke, because my responsibilities are bigger than your responsibilities, but I have them.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people working. There's a lot of technology being done. There's a lot of hotels that needs to be operational. So that's what I told you. If I want to slow down, it's going to take me 3 years to slow down and stabilize without me. I'm saying stabilize without me, because I'm the engine, right? So it's in the same boat. But I said it before with you here, that nothing is for free, man. Everything is at a cost of something else. And for me, I feel the same. I feel that the cost was spending time with my family. The cost was have quality time with the people I love. And I look back, and that's what I'm missing. And that's what I like to be able to change a little bit as I go. But it comes back to what makes you happy. It makes you happy. That's what drives me. That's what I get up in the morning and I feel like I'm proud. I'm ready to go. But I definitely have tough days. I definitely have times where I say, you know what? I want to go chill somewhere. I want to just drool. I don't let it go. Like I don't want to even do an effort to stop it. Like that's how much I feel sometimes. I don't want to go drool somewhere. Like I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want anybody to talk to me. I don't want my phone to vibrate. I want to hear nothing. I just want to go into like silent.
Yeah, I've been there where you don't want to make one more choice.
Not even one.
You just want to.
Sometimes, how do you want your coffee becomes so heavy on you? Like, oh shit, I gotta also decide on the coffee. Like I'm tired.
Yeah. So if someone dropped $1 billion cash liquid, said, "You need to go. I'll take over from here." Are you ever capable of doing that?
Absolutely.
So you are capable.
I'll consider it, but it depends. Like, I mean, I'll tell you, this is who I am. I'll probably take it and do something else with it.
End up doing something.
Yeah, I won't stop.
I feel like that's what keeps me trapped feeling. Because again, I'm talking to, that's me and you talking. Like there's some people like, dude, you freaking jaded son of a bitch. You're driving around and I'm talking about like when you get there, because everybody wants to get there. I try to help people get there, but what they don't realize is once you get there, you kind of feel like you're never there.
There's always there.
I know. There's like, now I got to get here and then I got to get there. So I'm just trying to figure out like, damn, dude, or warn people really. Even when you're crushing it hundreds of millions of dollars later, it's almost as if it's the same, just at a different comfort level. You're staying at different hotels. That's all it means. But you're still grinding and you're still going. And a lot of people, they're not going to be able to stop, if they don't invest correctly, but because it's just in them. And I think that's not me. I want to be the guy that goes, at some point, like if you just said, "Hey dude, here's $1 billion." I'll be like, Take it. Don't call me. I'm over traveling and just enjoying. I'm shutting down for the rest of my life because, again, I'm 57. Like, how many more years do I have?
It's what you like, man.
How old's Dookie?
Who?
Gary?
86, 7?
Yeah, see, like that's 30 years from now. Like that's a long time if I think that way. But like, dude, do I want him? And he's working every day.
He's working every day.
But he didn't have to.
Yeah, but he likes it. He comes in here and he's the boss.
Yeah.
It keeps him going.
But he also, when it gets too hot for humans, as he puts it, in Vegas, he shoots up to Idaho and in his golf environment and just plays.
That's what you want to be able to do.
I want to chill. You seem like the guy that you're going to keep going no matter what.
No, really, I like to chill. I mean, today I can't stop, and I don't want to stop until I achieve what I want to achieve, at least on multiple concepts. But it's definitely in me. I like the challenge, but you get tired at some point.
All right, last question. How can the Bomb Squad help Philippe? That's the listeners. There's listeners listening that ain't got $1, and there's people that probably got more than both of us. So, like, someone's listening. How can the Bomb Squad help you?
The easiest way is book autonomous hotel when you come to Vegas. Reach out to us. If they're the squad, we'll take care of them. Special deal for the squad. But also, I wanna expand scale throughout the U.S. I'm looking for local partners, right deals to purchase whatever we can look at something that makes sense.
How would they reach out?
They can reach out on the website. They can email us. They can go and send a DM on the hotel. All of the stuff will come to me on a weekly basis, daily and weekly basis. Like they filter it and it cuts to me. Program
Otto, because no one would ever know to say this when they walk in the hotel. Program Otto somehow to know what the Bomb Squad is. And if anyone goes to the lobby, like not online, just lobby only, and says something about the Bomb Squad, like he buys him a drink or something.
Yeah,
but where like it has to be a secret.
When
code
are you
word.
Coming to visit him?
I'll shoot him there whenever.
And he'll be ready for you.
All right.
You go tell him you're a Bomb Squad and tell him who you are and see what he's going to tell you. So we'll make sure he's ready.
How much time do you need?
For me?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
To program him.
Come over tomorrow.
He has to program him, right?
I don't have to program. I'll tell him. And he gets it.
And he remembers forever.
Oh, yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about AI.
Man, it's impressive.
You can walk in there and say, hey, Otto, if anybody ever says Bomb Squad, give them a free drink or say, hey, whatever. And it's done forever?
In any language.
And to Matakhalif?
Yes.
La.
Yeah. Wallah.
Then I'm going to go over there just to meet Otto. When you were telling me about him, and showing me the videos, it's like, I want to go over just to meet the guy and talk to him. I mean, is there a line of people trying to talk to him?
I promise you, when I'm having a bad day, I go talk to Otto. He boosts my energy all back up. Like he's amazing.
And you're building him a brand. Where can they find what we're talking about on social media? What were you showing me?
On Instagram, he's Otto the Great. OTO the Great.
OTO the Great on Instagram.
We just started his page.
Well, dude, you're building a brand. I told you. I said, dude, you're building him into a brand where people will come to Vegas just to go meet Otto, like they do, the Pawn Stars shop.
The governor was there. The sheriff was there talking to Otto.
I'm gonna go talk to Otto.
Yeah, we have the UFC fighters. Meta World Peace was there. Like they all love Otto.
Well, folks, listen, there you have it. He's got to run. Otto is at the autonomous hotel. He's the chief vibes officer. You don't have a book yet, so that you can't go buy this guy's book. You can follow him on social media. Keep going. There's evidence that, doesn't have to have everything rolled out for you.
I came to the US at 22. If I made it, every single one of them can make it.
There you go, folks. Until next time, keep it real.